Okay, so what are you expecting?
An action film.
An action film.
And there's that one scene where they're dancing.
Is this
I saw
Mel's
you.
first Indian movie?
Yeah.
First Indian movie ever,
She's
huh?
never watched one.
Wow.
It's time to spend some time. Gonna spend some time with Rick.
Everybody get up! That's awesome.
It'll be amazing.
So it better not be awful or I'm going to cry. And then...
Well, as long as you knew going in advance that this is not like film festival awards kind of thing. This is more along the lines of action, over the top entertainment, big musical numbers, CGI that'll feel kind of more like Marvel superheroes than rooted reality kind of stuff, and two things to be very forgiving of. Occasionally, and it's a very small percentage because they've really done a good job, but sometimes the CGI you go like, okay, yeah, that didn't work. Just be very forgiving of that, because this thing is so CGI dependent that what they're able to pull off with a fraction of Marvel's budget is pretty remarkable. The other thing that you know going into every Indian movie, and this one is no exception, the white actors except for Mark Bennington and the main girl are as bad as acting gets on screen. I'm talking, like at one point I leaned over to Corbin and I said, they can't even deliver one line.
Oh.
It's so bad. So if you just forgive the fact that they can't hire SAG actors over there, and the CGI has just a couple of spots where you know you're watching CGI, my prediction is you're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna be smiling for most of the movie, especially because you're gonna be watching it with an Indian audience.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping for fun. So
Yeah.
It's not fun.
So if you don't have fun, we really screwed
really
the pooch.
sad.
Raw footage. So honest, what did you think?
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
loved
I
it.
loved it.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Micah,
It's pretty good.
it's pretty. Wow. I should have been prepared for that and not.
That means it's actually good.
That means it's actually good. Yeah. Okay, now you can say what you just asked Mel.
So Mel, how was first experience?
It was good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I have one qualm.
Yes.
And none of the things that you warned me about were like bothering.
Oh, okay.
Bothering.
Yeah.
The white people such an acting, that's fine. I
Right.
don't care.
Right.
Hated them the whole time.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But Homeboy's hair grew back too quickly to be believable. Because his hair was so short, and then you're telling me 3 months later
Yeah.
it's almost at his shoulders.
Absolutely.
Not a shot.
He is so virile. He is so. I
Hair
mean,
doesn't grow that fast.
no, but
I
wounds
wish it
don't
did.
heal that quick either.
That, yeah.
So-
No, I know, but that was the only thing where I was like, man, it took me out of the experience.
Wow, that
That's the
one
one
thing
thing.
totally
That one-
took you out of the experience.
But everything else, I was like, yes, the whole time. I kept laughing. Anything bad happened to the white people.
Yes,
Yes.
you're so looking forward to.
White actors were horrendous.
Yes,
bad.
so bad. I told you they were. It's as bad as it gets. It's really sad. The only one you wouldn't know who he was necessarily, but Mark Bennington. We told him we wish he had more screen time.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Beard, and he was in the red outfit, and he's the one who in the
He wasn't the captain though.
no,
The other
No.
guy.
yeah, the smaller role. You probably know who he is.
The girl who played Jenny wasn't that bad.
No, that's what I
She
that's what
wasn't
I
that
says.
bad.
Like the girl who played Jenny, she did a good job. Mark Bennington did the other ones are so. I mean, anyway.
Because they were the main ones, too. So they had the most
Right.
screen
See
time.
them so much. You literally at the end are cheering because you don't just want those characters to die. You want the bad acting to go away. Indrani, what did Alexis say to you at one point toward the end there? She turned to you when Ram, who...
That actor was hot.
Yeah.
He's just, so beautiful.
Yes,
to
he
look at.
is, isn't he?
He came on the screen and I was like, okay.
Okay, so what are some of your favorite parts? I know you didn't like the hair grow back.
Yeah, that was not cool, but
Okay.
it's fine.
All right.
I like the musical number, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Their energy level is off
it's-
the charts. What did you think of, because one of my favorite moments, first of all, I think this is for me the greatest buddy film of all time. They're buddies. I mean, they are.
Oh, and you saw it with Corbin.
Aww. We did the little dance from
I
that
know.
thing. But when the Dosti song came, which is Dost means friend, so Dosti was friendship, that song. But when one of my favorite moments is when they're doing the dance off and they kick everybody's butts, and it's down to them, and they turn to each other, and he's looking and he sees Jenny cheering for his buddy, and he throws it for him.
Yeah.
And he was going to win.
Yeah.
Because Junior was, well, you know him as his character, as Beam. Beam is starting to fade there. And Rom goes, okay, and it was great. I wish I had the camera on your faces, especially Indrani and Alexis when Alia showed up.
Oh, yeah. I
'cause
was like, oh my gosh.
You didn't know Alia was in it. Huh?
Can I stop or
No.
just do-
It's only been 3 minutes.
What are we
But
doing?
you know what I don't like?
What?
Haven't seen you at all.
I don't wanna see you.
It's like, I don't want to.
So, what else would you like? Anything surprise you?
I don't think so. I mean, I didn't know stuff going into it, so
No.
wasn't really surprised by anything, I don't think.
You weren't surprised by the visual effects?
I mean, you prefaced it by saying it was not going to be the best.
Right, but
But it also wasn't the worst. Like
It wasn't
You made
the
it seem like it
worst.
was gonna be horrible
Yeah.
and unwatchable. But
The
No.
only parts that were like, ooh, were like he's running on the top of the building.
right,
And
that
his
was
body's
clearly
like,
that was
oh.
clearly a computer generated
No,
image of him
but-
running on there.
No.
So much of it is so good,
Yeah.
and it's so CGI heavy that the amount of work they put into that thing.
Yeah.
The animals looked good.
Yeah, the animals looked good.
did, yeah.
Gotta tell you though, that house was dead. The audience,
Oh, really?
Oh,
dead.
dead
I am-
audience.
So disappointed.
so audiences normally like
Freak.
interact more almost like
For a film like this, they would whistle,
Whistle.
throw coins,
Scream.
throw money.
At the very beginning, like when the movie started, when Corbin and I went and saw it, the director's name came on the screen and everybody started whistling and screaming. And every time they appeared, and especially at the end, when he's standing there and he pulls up his arrow with the flame on it and the lights behind him and he's got his forehead marked, they were losing their mind. And I knew at the beginning, I was waiting, and when they weren't whistling and screaming, I'm like, oh no, they're dead. It's half the experience.
there was some that I
a
was
couple, but for the most part, they were like,
But even just that though is so different from a normal movie theater. Like,
yeah, I
here,
just
people don't do that here.
gotta take you when we go see the opening of KGF 2, because that will have. But that's why I was looking. It said there were 40 people in the theater with us. It felt like we saw that with like 4 other people. The audience was so
There were
quiet.
a lot of children.
yeah.
Really young kids.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things that I said in the review. For a kid, some of these kids were too young to comprehend what they were seeing.
Yeah.
But for a kid old enough to comprehend it, the thing that's so cool about this is that, like in the Marvel films, their superpowers are derived from either a science experiment or something biologically went wrong, or they're from another universe. These guys' superpower is that they're Indian.
Yeah.
The song at the end is like, all those words and all the patriots that they're showing up at the end was about the fact that you want to be a hero, just be like all these other Indians.
Just
you don't
be
have to.
Indian.
Yeah, you want to be a hero, just be Indian. Exactly.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's in the cards for me.